There are some people that you will naturally outgrow. But then because they may be from your childhood, because you grew up with them, because you have known them for a long period, because they even have endured some battles with you. You guys are going through the fire together on certain things. But then you just feel a slow drift and you start to feel bad about it. Let me be the first person to tell you to say, that's okay. It's okay. Naturally in life, we progress and we grow. Naturally in life, if you're following the Lord, you begin to pursue His will and not your own. And although someone may have stayed with you for a season, and you've heard this before, although someone may have been with you for a season, that's all they were intended to be, was a help in that season. So as you follow His will may take you to a new city. His will may take you to a new town. His will may take you to a new state. His will may take you down south when you lived up north. His will may take you up north when you lived down south. His will may take you to the Midwest, in the middle of nowhere. Listen, I love Texas, but some places in Texas, I'm just not going to, even though I love Texas. Some places are too big, and some of the towns, there ain't nothing going on in there, so it's just not for me. Bless you from Texas. I know I have clients from Texas, so I'm not talking bad about you. Don't write me, don't send me an email about how I'm disrespecting your town, disrespecting your state. There are just some places. I'm not talking about your town. I'm talking about other people's towns. There's some towns where I'm just like, it ain't for me. But God may take you and move you and shift you. And some folks may stay in the same spot. Some folks may go somewhere else if they're being called, if they're following the Lord. Some folks may just move and shake. They got to go take a new job somewhere else because it provides better for their family. And with that distance, creates less and less communication. That's not anything for you to feel guilty about. Understand that that's life. And it's God's will, just like it'll be God's will if you guys come back together. I watched my mother have a few appear to be close friends. But as she began to pray more, my mother, I had two moms, right? My biological mother and then my aunt who took me in, who I called my mother. So my mother would get up 5 in the morning, and I got here in front of me, my Bible, of course. My mother would take her Bible out 5 in the morning, sometimes a little bit earlier than 5 in the morning. She did security for over 37 years, something like that, 38 years, I think. So she would have half her security outfit on, half of it with a girdle, right? She had the girdle on, security pants, security shoes on, or whatever. They're like them black, not steel toe, but almost looked close to a steel toe. It was a sneaker, but not a boot. She had the boots too, but she had like the sneaker, the black sneaker that's supposed to have more support for your feet. Half her uniform on, girdle on, hair done. Sit down at the Bible, cup of coffee, 5 in the morning. She'll read the Bible every day. She didn't always do that. I'm gonna be real with you. She didn't always do that. But I watched her transition. I watched her quit smoking cigarettes. I watched her quit drinking. And transition into reading her Bible. And she would read it consistently. Once she got into reading it every day. And as she read her Bible, her friends started to drop off. One went to Florida, who was a very close friend. Some friends, things happen as you age. Some friends passed. Things happen. The more she read, the more distance happened between her and some of those folks. Some of those folks did drugs. Some of those folks drank. Some of those folks did all kinds of things. But she was progressing and growing in the Lord at that time. And so the separation began to happen. So don't feel guilty, because sometimes the separation is necessary. Sometimes you have to be removed and be isolated from folks, even in your own environment, your own household sometimes, in your own community sometimes. So that you're alone, but not lonely. Alone, but not lonely, because God is with you. And now, with the clutter removed, now he can speak to you clearly and give you direction more clearly. So there is no guilt. It's just growth. It's just growth. And in my Bible, I've been stuck in Psalms. So if you watched the last video, I was in Psalms. I'm still in Psalms. Still in 119. Go a little bit deeper with me. Psalm 119, and I'm looking at 115. Get out of my life, you evil-minded people, for I intend to obey the commands of my God. If David could say, get out of my life, you evil-minded people, for I intend to obey the commands of my God, what more should you be saying in your life? There may be some folks who are evil-minded, who don't have the right intentions, who don't have even the right mindset. And if you are going to obey the commands of God, then they can't be around. So don't feel guilty for wanting to live righteously. Because you can live righteously, or you can hang out with evil-minded people. You decide what you want to do. But one thing you can't do is you can't do both. Right? A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. You can't do both. You got to choose one path or choose the other. One leads to eternal life. One leads to being with the Lord. One leads you to separation and destruction. You got to choose. Choose ye this day who you will serve. You got to choose. But in serving God, there's a guaranteed blessing and blessings along the way. So don't feel guilty for being good. Don't feel guilty for wanting a better life. Don't feel guilty for turning away from your evil ways. Move on, progress, and love the Lord. Think about it.